You are the pillar that holds my life. Lion of Judah, you are the pillar. Chicago, you are the pillar. Daddy, you are the pillar that holds my life. Lion of Judah,
you are the pillar that holds my life.
Anywhere,
you are the pillar that holds my life.
Hey, yeah.
Master Jesus, you are the pillar that holds
You
my
are,
life.
you are the
Master
pillar.
Jesus, you are the pillar that holds my life.
I said, Jesus, unibu kalabati sinduwe. Ibu kalabati sinduwe. Ojo biete, ibu kalabao. Ibu kwa kalabano. Ibu kwa kalabati sinduwe. Ojo biobi ko ibu kwa kalaba. Chika nije ibu kwa kalabao. Ibu kwa kalaba.
All right, thank you very much, my people. Please bear with me to pick this call first before we start talking. Dr. Ken, don't worry, you're going to be the next to speak to us after this call. Thank you very much, sir. I can see you were calling in so many times. Please talk to us. Good evening to you.
Hello, Mr. Niger Watch. God bless you, sir, for calling back.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I don't have much to say. I just want to speak to Nigerians, and I have just one message. And my message is this, Mr. Niger Watch, please, because we have gotten to a point, where some people want to condemn prayers, but I will say they should not condemn anybody who doesn't want to go to church again. That's his business. Anybody who has the feeling to pray, pray. We have prayed our prayer, but this time is for action. Now, what I want to say is this. Mahmoud Yakubu, he should keep people watching him very closely because he must not escape Nigerians. The justices, if they render the wrong message, let's keep people to watch them. Mr. Bado himself should be watched closely because all these people don't mean well for Nigeria. All these things going on this over 1 year now is not affecting them at all. They don't even feel it. I heard somebody saying that somebody quiet because of hunger.
Sir, there's so much noise inside there, sir. If you're talking to all, you stop the noise on your background. Let's listen to you.
Sorry. Hey, my friend, if I hear the sound of that thing again, I'll sound you up. I told you people that when I talk, you stop all you are doing till I...
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Go ahead, sir.
It's kids. Yeah, so, you see, it is very painful. I want to say this, even as much as I don't want to, because if I discuss them, I see we are giving them too much relevance. They are not constituted and therefore they are no government. I don't count them. Niger Watch, I was in that government. If I have to come out openly, I will tell you who I am. I rose to ranks. I know where I got to. And the funny thing is this. I told them, the organization I work for, I told them, I said, give me 6 months to 1 year. Let me correct this place. They wrote to the presidency. But guess what happened? Did they let me? I said, after 6 months, if I don't get it, I said I will resign. But did they allow me? They didn't allow me. The next thing I had was, I was retired. Before I was supposed to retire, they retired me. I am here now, battling with sight. I would have called you long ago. All these times you see me, I'm not coming. It's because I don't have it. When nobody's around the house, I don't call until I have somebody.
Okay,
when
sir, just go straight to the point, sir. Go straight to the point. You have 30 seconds left.
What I'm saying now is this, Mr. Niger Watch. I'm sorry I had to digress. Listen, the time is up. Nigerians must be serious. Anybody who says he is there joking or say they are praying, they are not praying, prayer is not the issue. We are praying. That is in the background. But action is meant to be carried out now. All these people should be monitored very closely. Nobody should allow them 1 inch. They should be close-mouthed so that whatever is happening, because I know what is going to bust out in Nigeria now. I'm not advocating trouble. I don't want to sound it.
Yeah, but we don't know what is going to happen in Nigeria, sir. We are waiting for judiciary. That's all we know.
Space, but please, people should be very watchful and close mark these people because they have taken us for granted for too much.
Thank you. Thank you,
they
sir.
Have made nonsense of Nigerians.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. All right, callers, please. I'm not picking any call anymore. I'm so sorry, guys. No more call tonight. We are done. Although I'm not also accepting nobody to the panel anymore. Only the people on the panel right now, they need to speak when they are tired. Then we end the broadcast. Please understand with us. It's late. Let's just do it the way it is on the panel. So I lock the panel and I lock the phone. God bless you all for your understanding. Thank you very much, sir, for calling in for your finance, for that wonderful submission right there. And I appreciate every one of you that is still here with us. Thank you. Please press on the like button and help us to share. Thank you. Dr. Ken, please talk to us, sir.
Yeah. Actually, if you want to talk about Nigerian problem is that, they finish. Every day, new version will come, upgrade will come. And then you'll come begin to crack your head again about how you want to solve this one that don't come. Number one, the thing will be say, you see the US, the people, they come together to fight together to gain independence. Say they want to be on their own and chart their own course of their own destiny. But Nigeria, or you see and say, if you look at the history, say, I also say they don't want to deal with us. They want to go. They won't go. Now Zik, I can't even say no. Now I can't even say everybody must stay together. Zik contributed to make sure say the north, the east. So as it is already nice, what I be saying, for democracy or any kind of crazy, right? What you bring now, you know go feel work. The only thing when you go feel work, when you go make things work. Now love for country and to scatter or abolish, destroy that immunity to crime, that thing, that culture of impunity. All right, I'm trying to break it down. That way of life, say you go feel run away from your crime, what you do easily. Nobody go feel touch you. If you do anything, nobody go feel touch you because of say you get connected to one particular tribe or one particular political party. These two things to me, I feel now be the medicine, now be the problem, the disease they say they trouble that country majorly. Because if we deal with this area, those two areas, law for country, we don't see which Oyibuma don't carry. I don't know what I go. We cannot see the carry their money come our bank. That one, no go fee work. They go say stability of women they bring them. Nobody don't bring one of their interests, can't keep them inside the continent. Any business where they can't do yourself, check out the do one. Look at if even if Tesla won't bring a company called Niger, you go see the quality of construction or work they go do for this side, for UK or anywhere for civilized country with the one they go do for that side. They see as they did the same thing. And the thing just we have to show say Nigeria must first of all have love for country before democracy they work. Number two, the system must be people must make sure it is followed to the letter, so that once you do the crime, you is spelled Y-O-U. No matter the color, the tribe, whether you are attached to, if now you do them, you must go do the crime. Whether you be president speaking or you go no say, even though you be president, say as they come down, they see you go court. They go look at your case. If you find guilty, they go from your throne of presidency, former president, they go jail. Once things don't be like that, make I tell you, people go to fear to do bad. That oil where they say that they thief. Something they make me be like, say, why not be say all this be like in a dream? When we say somebody go thief oil, how you go take thief oil? Peter will be say, how do you thief oil? You must look at all those kinds of way. There must be the GPS when you go show say there is a geographical you must know somebody they enter your territorial water. You must know. Yet they say they thief am. Who they thief am? Only government they thief am. Nobody they do them anything. Tinubu enter so that he will come protect. That is their all their arrangements they can make. When they say Kaba, if I enter Namio, when I don't enter, you know what's up. Say I don't make you not, leave me alone. You take your own and they trouble you. The next person they won't call, they divide the country like that. That is the problem. But you see, I get one fine solution. If all this our solution was just the wait. If all the solution until Peter Obi, I pray say go walk by the grace of God. Say go walk. If the judges, if they go dance follow the tune of catastrophe, then they go come get what they want, the catastrophe they want, and they say they go free escape. Now lie. Anywhere you did, people will be say they hate what you do to their father and their destiny. They wait for you for them. Now then you go no say things they happen. We be say it go fit happen. So people just they wait. So worry I've been calling for revolution since. But some things they will be say if they wait for the appropriate time. That revolution they talk of that country where they want to see, maybe they want to test them, maybe they know how it day, maybe they know the way things day. That is just the whole thing. For the woman when they say whether Peter Obi go get this thing, whether they go look for me. If you look how things they work out, if she said they listen to me, the way things they move for that country with Peter Obi and the whole matter, you go no say some things they will be say some extra hand they work with. For example, which kind of politician where you don't come from the Igbo side, where you don't accept widely for the whole country, and within 10 months, inside new political party will be say even though they don't know the party at all. They not get connection as the people they not get structure. This party can't swallow everybody. Look, anything where God won't do, you not go feel stop them. You go feed the cause chaos. You go feed the make and the change color. But if they go do what he say go do, and they go do them at the right time. Everybody where they play this game now, human being, they feel wake up tomorrow, they not go feel wake up tomorrow. So if God dey inside this thing, the way we don't say for beginning, but people say something. If God dey inside this thing, watch that. You go see, say, what it go happen, man, what go happen. All of them go enter. And things go happen for that country. We say, it go make us have hope and thank God again, say, we are all from that country. But after they look all of them, all these are just madness. All those things they want to divide money, 5 billion to each of the country, to each of the states. May they say divide, how much, if you check that how much, I think about 5 billion times, I think 36 or so, it should be almost like 180 billion. 180 billion, if you divide that for each Nigerian, if the money go to their pocket straight or their bank account, you know how the thing go there. Almost 3.something million. Now go enter everybody pocket direct. But watch, people will end up getting one bag of rice and one small tin of oil. Now it be the 3 million what they get, because the thing as they give them, the governor go slash, person the governor go execute the contract, they go slash, all kinds of things go just happen. These are the things that say they cause, and nobody go look into the issue, say, how it be say all this people not get all this one. This are the kind of madness we say. So number one is love for country. Love for country. That one big thing. Number two, now this culture of impunity. Where be say what do, you go feel escape. Nobody they talk about them. These are the things that we say they cause wahala for this country. And I just pray say God will just help us one day. Make Peter Obi enter. I know the mind of that guy, even though without a mind there for a forehead, as they say. Once they see the way they talk, a vision, they sound for a word for the way they talk. You go notice this guy. He say I go fix this country. He know what he go do. He know what he go press. I go fix him. This is the kind of person they get once in a century. And let me tell you, madam, anytime God wants to change country or somewhere or people, he did send one person with this special from among them. Read the whole history and read Bible. Anyone you want to read. From among them, he go take one person, go make him special. He go get special favor, special ability, special protection. Some kind of special thing go there with that person. Go make the person there unique. And now how you go see, but it not go just come easy. Peter Obi say this thing, he say you know go come easy, not be easy fight. He said they be like lunatic. When you want to take something from them, they go to fight you because they won't fight you. So you go, this thing go take how many of them? Make we check how many of them. And if you don't know, if like say this country, an Arab country, if I don't see what don't happen, how many of them will they cause all this trouble for the whole country? Where they thief the oil, they did look at Akpabio, where did they thief anyhow? How many of them did it? If only 10 million people, for the whole, they organize themselves, only 10 million. Waka enter Abuja. You know, they got 10 million, enter that Abuja. Tinubu go run, Iwai go run, everybody go, Akpabio go, they go run. They go run, enter even the amount of evil. Because when you see 10 million, they can't say, come up for that place now. We don't want you. How many soldiers won't do? What do they want? How many people they want buy? 10 million. We are just over 200 million. 10 million decide say that you don't reach today. They enter there. The way it happened for is that Indonesia where now the same way go happen. Everybody all go run aside. But I the thing they pay me as a day here. I will only last for now because I know we'll still get some more time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Ken. Thanks for your wonderful submission. On the comment section, Michael Oganemaro said Niger matter is depressing. Trust me.
There is.
You said what?
I said very, very. That's it will make you know if you know it.
It's so sad. It's so depressing. Nothing comes from Nigeria that is not depressing.
Even look at here at Mabio, they say won't buy. I think how many billion they want to buy bulletproof car for themselves. These people they see say the people never feel top. They consider won't give them 8,000 for the whole month for 5 people to consume, to eat for only for food, not to buy motor. Why did they say one share? How many billion to buy bulletproof expensive SUV with the money that they take as a take home with their wardrobe? Many of them never know say with the testing and what they pay, they don't want to adjust their pay. They get wardrobe allowance for their wardrobe. They get transport. Then they buy whether the gas go up, petrol go to 9,000 for 1 liter, 50 million. It not consign them. They go fill and lock their tank of all their cars. They
bros,
get money.
Bros, you know what they call them? They call them unitary federal system of government, and that is democracy. That's so.
I just the pray here. You know the prayer. I don't know how to go pray the prayer. If like say God fit tell me say I make you God for 1 minute, only 60 seconds. Do what you like to do. I'm gonna just only want 30 seconds, 60 seconds. Now the first I want to not be able to better my life. I want to make sure say all these elements we do for Nigeria. Now Nigeria I go start with. I go only use 2 minutes, 2 seconds. I go just say all of them will make una disappear. They will just
you will buy all of them.
Look, I go tell God, say, no worry about make I did poor. Don't worry. I don't want to ask for riches like Solomon. Give me this one, give me. I don't need wisdom. I want them, make them finish. Do you know how many? Look, you know how many destiny all these guys don't wipe away. There are some people now to the talk. People didn't say they get that talent to produce with white people. They produce because the rush go meet them. But this people go give them attention. Now that 50 billion, when they say they want to give 5 billion when they won't give estate, bros. How many Nigerians? Let's say will be 200 million. We know this thing. If that for each of the states, if they divide the money for every Nigerian, look what happened for COVID time for all this UK, US, Canada, all this place. They not say they go give each of the states or each of the province mayor or any, no. They send them straight to the citizen account.
Bros,
yes.
Bros, you know why I not talk for this? Sorry to interject you. You know why I not talk for this money issue? Like when Sister Rita always talk him. He said this now. I Sister Rita they call him. What did they call him? That they call him when SPV. It's one of the SPV they are going to create. And this is the SPV. So that is why I not talk about, because I know say the money is gone on arrival. So that's why I not talk about that.
You know, say Tinubu don't hold meeting with all the governor. No, all those meetings they hold. Now how to give them something, and at the system be this. Okay, what we go do? We go approve the money. We go put it on our hand. Now we go come share them. So you see with that one that you can. Now you go say buy the thing for them. Now you go. That is what you don't tell them. Look, I'm not going to wait. Make these people come talk. Who make the people come talk about this case? And I'm not going to feel wait.
Human beings, wicked and satanic human beings.
Even satanic. Oga Elvis, even satanic, that adjective there, we don't get sense again if they use them for them. We need to use one other different kind of thing we need to create for, because they work, they inside their body. I know one thing about them. They know they're shameful to say they can't step down or they can't resign for this kind of thing to be call them. If now white people they say they call them that kind of name, because of what the sales they do for you, they don't resign since. But you see these people, I just the pray say make one kind look, it go happen. Peter Obi go enter, then all this benefits where they for side government, where they say I want enter get government, he remove all of them until teacher where they teach for school, they make money pass people with for side government. I go know those who say because of the love of country, I am called to serve. That is why I'm here to serve. I go no one serve again. By the time teacher for school they make money, police make money pass you. Teacher they make money pass you. Your own. Then you go see and say now what some people just take a like full-time job. I'm a senator. Then they do any other work, and I had a day for government from government to government. Look, I just my heart, only God know. One day, this is why they talk where when you go here, say you might be done poor for street for Niger, for you go here for CNN. Say Nigerians on the street, millions of Nigerians. Now they even when the army even look for helicopter, when they look the crowd, they're gonna say even all the bullets they get, they're not gonna survive. They're not go. They go just feel say you know what? They go just join the people because they look and say they're not go fit. They're not go fit. They go join the people and chase the people. See, look,
it's sad because at the end of the day, we all are having a sleepless night just for us to have a better Nigeria. Is that too much to ask for Christ's sake? Is that too much to ask for? Why can't these people just use their head to say, okay, I'm in position. The Nigerians are complaining. They are seeing it. Or they don't have children. Let's assume they are pretending they don't hear us or they are not seeing anything. They don't have children. Their children, not they talk to them. Their wife, not they talk to them. They don't have family members.
Elvis, some of the way they say for that way, they don't join society. Some of them they don't they take oath. You don't know how far this people they go. This people they go so far.
I'm saying, if you take oath, your children take the same oath.
They don't care. You talk about society, man. You talk about say you never see when they chop their own children. When they go say, okay, I go bring my children, make the chop them.
These people, to be honest, I just pray Judiciary do the right thing though, because Nigerians will never put this kind of effort in anything again in the history of Nigeria. Never. Forever. I'm telling you, 90%. Somebody actually called me this evening when just like 1 hour ago. I did live. He called me. We're talking. He called me for something else, a production of concerning movie and all that. We were all discussing something else. Then I said, I'm on a broadcast right now. Can we talk tomorrow? The next thing with this person talk, we say, are you people still on this Peter Obi this thing? I say, of course, we need a better Nigeria. Are you happy the way Nigeria is right? Because the person is Nigeria. Then this person said, we are tired. The suffering is just too much. We don't know what to do anymore. I said, yes, the situation we find ourselves now, you must know what to do. Then this person say, if they want us to go lie on the floor today, say protest, more go on the street today, say ain't ready. And I said, but you don't even know what is going on in court. He said, no, because there's nothing to watch it. Nowhere. I said, but why are you not following me? Because so the problem is data, no fuel, no electricity, no ETO. Frustrating. Let me tell you, now few Nigerians with they side Nigeria. Now they follow with you and they follow every day. So
of course.
Few. How many of them get data to watch 7 videos? Watch 10 videos. We've been on air now for the past 7 hours. How many of them feel follow up? Look the screen now. Everybody that were with us earlier on from Nigeria, are they still here now? People will follow me. All of us with this screen right now, we live abroad. People will join us from the beginning today. Some of them. We were having about 4 people from Nigeria. Are they still here now? This is the weaponization that I'm talking about that this government, they deliberately did to confuse, frustrate, suppress, oppress, and intimidate the people. And that is where we find ourselves. Many of them don't have anything to follow up what is happening.
The only one thing there, Oga Elvis, let me tell you, only two solutions to solve Nigeria problem. Now they available now. As I look for my own sins, two of them they go work. One of them, if it not work, the other one must work. Number one, the judiciary, everything don't tie. As I watch the follow article process of to get that thing from the court. If they get that permission from court, other than say make Chicago University bring Tinubu record of all his whatever I submit to them, make it give to article, and they open that thing, everywhere go smell scatter and they go disqualify them, and that will give entrance for new Nigeria. But if they still want to tie their things the way that they hold out, they do their things, revolution, it will solve Nigeria problem permanently. You see Germany, you see after the war they come together, you see how the things harmonize now. You see there is nothing bad to go and to come back. Sometimes when they talk and when they feel they get your communication, everyone's go say, okay, log back, they come back again, maybe your thing go clear. That is how it go be. Until we come to a place where we say everybody we make our new constitution where everybody say yes, I get my input. And then the bylaw for Nigeria, all of us join, make them as small as a job. Even once they recognize the ethnic group, once you are recognized as ethnic group, whether now only 400 per they come on board to come talk what they want to talk, make that enter that constitution. And then we begin to know, say, the law. People they do anything they want to do, nothing they happen to them. You feel do anything. Nobody nothing they happen to you. Until we get that one there, look, revolution. It go revolutionize the whole country. It's just like when you get computer,
my brother.
But the problem is say,
My brother.
the problem is say, just only 30 seconds. The problem is say the guys for North now different ideas do those guys head. You see those guys for those south northwest and northeast, they themselves they feel more of being Nigerians and Chad than Nigeria. You see those people they are easy. The vast majority of them, they very easy where their leaders feel confused. This sitting together now, if it is time for that, then go just turn into another thing for that side. Say they want to find out, they want to sectionalize them, remove them from the country and things like that. And you see those people, they begin to protest. How can you explain with all this evil where they go on for Nigerians is those guys not protest one day? Now when they just declare war for Niger, and people they talk say the way they bring them up, they know they protest against their leaders. But we don't see and say a lie. All through Buhari 8 years, they not talk anything. You see, so that one will be major problem where we did. Just like you talk about Germany. Now the time we East Germany they do anyhow, they separate from each other now. But the time we East Germany head correct again, they come back together. Simple. But
go ahead.
so I think that's just the summary because this idea we tend to be afraid of discussing the unity of the country. Before you want to talk about anything that will, that want to emphasize the fact that we are different, people will start raising all kinds of unfounded fears and doubts. Not until people are ready to look eyeball to eyeball and talk about the issues that matters. Those issues, it's just like in marriage. If the husband and wife cannot sit down and talk about
You
crucial
know, yeah,
things,
one person will call this broker just like tell me say go and go, no talk. Which kind of human being be that?
but another person still call you
Who's
and
that?
encourage you now.
Somebody just called to the brokers. Well, I've never called these brokers before. I will say go to Nigeria. I will see you from Nigeria. Not talk.
He said they just relocate and go somewhere now.
Encourage you encourage you. So
you encourage waiting. What are you encouraging?
Make I bow for Madam Rita to come in.
So, no talk. Now we take find ourselves for where we did so. Are we insulting them? We are calling them out disgracefully.
Mr. Elvis, we're educating them. You see, I
Mr.
remember
Elvis,
when it
sorry.
started
Oh,
last year. Go ahead, Mr. Victor. You were saying something.
Mr. Elvis, I want to tell you, that man we call na Agbado man. He just want to do that thing to threaten.
Who you want threaten now? It's safe you want threaten now. What you let me the day so if they don't take time, you go even die. Why what you are trying to prevent or what you are trying to run away from go stick you. That's the truth. People are dying every day in Nigeria. The same people, some of the people that are losing their lives in Nigeria, if you check it properly, you get to find out that some of them are part of the people that were saying, don't talk. And the things later still end up taking your life. Nothing, everything about Nigeria is hazard. In case you are not aware, everything. If you decide to come to this country, you are coming to hazard. Just get that one in mind. Catapult, ordinary catapult, meet you for head. The country is not be true.
Nigeria was broke in the sweet for your mouth. Too.
Mr. Elvis are funny.
No, to be honest, everything about this country,
Nigeria is a jungle, man. It's a jungle. So
look at statistics of
survival
the
of the
people that
fittest.
is dying in Nigeria. Many are dying by mistake. You know what that means? How many people they die by mistake for Canada, Madarita, or America, my sister, Omoye, or for UK? How many? Everything is properly structured. For Nigeria and allow your generator will kill you. You are gone. Go say, oh, it don't go. Ah, this one don't go. It don't go. Though they record you, they'll carry phone. Which kind of country is this?
That's what they do. They don't go. Don't go.
Person never dive in. They'll say, it don't go. This one don't go.
You know, say many of them, the way they, you know why they take money for Nigeria? They take one with the mind, say this country no go exist by next year. The way things they go.
No, these people don't care about you. Even the money they are stealing, they normally come and invest it in abroad for their children, their children's children, for the next generation to come in their family. They don't care about Nigeria. They are not interested about Nigeria. So it things you are trying to tell them what to do. These people know what to do. They don't want to do it. So you trying to tell them what to do. It's like you are wasting your time. They spend time in abroad all the time. The best places in abroad, that's where they visit. They live a extraordinary lifestyle. So they know everything. They don't want to do it. Michael and Emaro, thank you very much.
Mr. Elvis.
Thank you so much. Go ahead, moderator.
Yes, I think Dr. Chris said something about, bringing all the tribes together, everybody sitting down and possibly writing the constitution where words that is agreeable to everybody. But it's something they forgot. In 2014, there was a confab, and that was encouraged by Jonathan government. And that report to date, that report has gone into oblivion. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody's even advocating that they demand to see the confab report and see how it can be implemented just to improve the country. And between you and I, with this administration and the past, Buhari just made it seem like that confab report never existed. So what you were saying, Doc, it's already happened. Jonathan was brave enough to gather people, but I mean, the report is halted. In fact, nobody has seen it. So that's where we are, and that's where it come back to leadership. And we have someone like Peter Derokobi coming. We'll see the confab report and say, okay, let us do another one where everybody is participating, every tribe, from every region come together, every religious leader come together, and then we sit down and talk on how to move the country forward. Now, speaking about Mr. Chris, there's something you said about, you don't know why people kind of, don't want to participate, or like the person that Mr. Elvis was saying, stop talking or don't talk too much. Listen, there's something that we're forgetting. Many of us experienced the military junta. Many of us even had family members who suffered. Many of us who had family members who passed away because of the military junta. That PTSD is still in a lot of us, and You can see it when you have protests. You can see it when you see people are agitating. There's this fear that people still have. Every Nigerian still have because of what the military junta did. So that's why when they say, okay, let us protest, or some people will tell you, oh, I'm ready to come out, to protest. The next thing, their parents will tell them, I beg, don't come out. Or their wife will beg them, or their siblings will come, I beg, don't carry the weight of Nigeria on your head, I beg. Oh, because of that thing, not knowing that that is the time that you have the power to do what you have to do. See, so you see, a lot of people's minds have been captured. Their psyche has been captured, not to protest, not to agitate, because if you do so, this is what's going to happen. Even as much as what we see the people from the Biafra are saying, look at what happened to them. So it's like we still have that military brutality still living in most of us head. That is why most people are kind of resisting coming to protest. People are scared to come out. People are even afraid to even talk. People are afraid to even talk, even off camera. Some people are afraid to talk. That's how bad this PTSD has eaten deep into a lot of us. That is the truth. That is, I think, that's one of the reasons why Nigerians seem aloof with all the things happening. They are bleeding at home. They are crying in their houses. But because of that PTSD of how the military has treated us over the years, many of us have that thing of, if I come out now, I beg, I don't want to. Your wife will drag you. Your parents will call you. I hope you are not outside. Those kinds of things. So this is the situation where we are in now. Thank God for social media. This age and time, I think because we're seeing things like young men coming out, like in Niger or Burkina Faso coming out, and so people are kind of being inspired by this new generation of men and women who are brave. They have nothing to learn from the old generation because the old generation failed us. The old generation, we've carried that PTSD along with them. I'm talking about people, anybody who is like 25 years old now, you probably didn't experience what the Abacha government and all the military, even the Buhari and the Jagma, many of them didn't even experience it. So they may not really understand that this PTSD I'm talking about. But a lot of us, even if some people don't want to admit it, the unconsciously, that fear is there. Our parents, we cannot listen to them. So right now, I think Africa and Nigerians are looking up to somebody who can wake them up to say, we are no longer in that military junta, brutal environment anymore. This is a new space. We need someone to stand on that mantle and say, okay, this is it. And that would spur and encourage the young people who are desiring for good governance to come out. That's the truth. Right now, every young person right now in Nigeria is looking up to this young francophone commanders. That's who they are looking up to now. There's nobody apart from Peter Jerokobi that are looking up to. Outside Nigeria, the people of their generation, this young soldier, oh my God, this young guy, oh my God, I want to do that. There's nobody else in Nigeria. So how do you expect to be inspired by? So how do you not expect them to react? How? Even if one or two is brave enough to come out, because the other ones are not supporting because of that PTSD I'm talking about, everybody stays home. That's the truth. Everyone stays home. We are practicing kakwistocracy. I don't know if I'm kakwistocracy. That's what Nigerians practicing. We have never practiced democracy, but we just use that term. And I understand where Mr. Black Panther was coming from, but however, I would still say everything that we are experiencing, every system of government that is being practiced all over the world is man-made. So the fact that it's man-made, that is why I keep saying leadership. These rules and regulations, systems, let me use the word of Mr. Black Panther, systems, they are created by men and women, human beings. Because if we want to teach or educate people, when we keep using the word system, people will just think it's something like a computer system that has already been programmed and everything. No, this system has to be changed by humans because we, the human beings, are the ones to create that system which works for us. I think that's what they call equity. Working at your own pace, or at least you're arriving at the same destination. Is this we are the system? We are the system. We are the ones who would say this is the kind of leadership style that we are going to practice. So that's why we keep, I think we're saying the same thing, but I was just trying to make him understand. If you keep using the word system, it's not just something that is tangible that you pick up and you plug. No, they're human beings. Human beings make these rules. Human beings make this constitution that works for them and create a system that is workable, that is implemented. So that is why we still have to pinpoint on the leadership, the human beings working and creating these systems. That's what we need to talk about. The people who are at the helms of affairs, who are making the decisions, who are sitting down with like that confab now we'll talk about. If everybody say, okay, let everybody, every tribe or every religious person come to Abuja and let us discuss the United States of Nigeria. That is the kind of system I'm talking about. And then you not say, okay, who are the credible persons in Edo State now, from all the different tribes in Edo State, or in Lagos, or in Delta State, bring all of them together. Let us sit down and say, okay, how are we going to steer this country together? What are our pains? What do we expect? How are we going to, this system of government, this democracy, has it worked for us? If it's working, or what are the lapses? What are the things that is hindering us from practicing this so-called democracy? And if we find out that these things are not workable because of cultural differences, then okay, perhaps there's a different method, and perhaps maybe we can go to regional system of government. Even if the regional system of government is not working, perhaps we can also break it down. So, like you said, the monarchy system of government, like my sister who called, is it Madam Becky, was asking, can Nigeria work as an entity? Nigeria can work as an entity if we decide to come together, and everybody would say we want to make it the United States of Nigeria, and say this is how we want to work it. But because we are not united, it is not workable. But we need to come together to decide. If it's not workable, it's not workable. Everybody split, and then we see if it's working, or if it's a way that we can come together. Like I think the gentleman was, I don't know who was saying about East and West Germany. They were split, and then later they came down together. I think that Berlin Wall was broken down, and it became, the entire Germany as one nation. So if we have to go through all that, then let us start from somewhere. But it starts with leadership. If you have Peter Dirokobi, you know the kind of ministers you will have. You know the kind of man already that he's listening to every person who is agitating, who is willing to sit down and say, okay, I'm hearing your cry, I'm hearing your complaint. If a man in the north is saying, okay, you cannot come and do census because of religious reasons, or this is how we want to practice, maybe Sunni Muslims, or this is how we want to practice, okay, fine. If it's not tallying with the constitution, then maybe perhaps everybody has to come together. If the Sharia law can only work in the north, hello, and it's not going by the general constitution, then there's a problem. Then maybe we should split. You understand? So there's so many things. Nigeria is so complex, but the things that we are not truthful to ourselves, our emotions, past leaders, past baggages that we've been carrying for decades, and they've brought it, all the lies that all those past wicked, evil, malevolent leaders have carried from one generation to the other. And that's why we're experiencing someone like the midget of Kaduna with his ideology, and then you have somebody like Madi Shehu with his ideology. You have someone like Agbado and someone like Femi Falana with their ideology, and then you just see them practicing it, implementing it in how the country is being run. And that's why we are really, really pained. Sometimes when we talk about Western influences, we make it seem as if they are kinds of some mystical beings. But in actual fact, they came to our house. It's our father that allowed them to make the rules. It's our father that allowed them to sit down in our parlor and sit down like they are the owner of the house. It's our father that made them pick which girl or boy that they want to marry. It's our father that allowed it now. So really and truly, our father also have that will to say, no, you stand by the gate. You go by my rules to see how you can come into my house. You understand? So I think that's what these Francophone countries are doing. Those are the only young generation now, inspiring Nigerians. That's what I think. Because they are young, and they are speaking, they are educated, they are strong, and they are strong-willed. They know what they want. And so this is the inspiring set of people that we are seeing in Africa right now. That's what I see. But coming down to Nigeria, There's nobody to be inspired by except Peter the Rock Obi as a leader, except that man in the forefront amongst the thieves. He's the only one. So how do you not expect a guy who is hustling right now not to be aloof with what is going on? So it seems as if he's defeated. He's really not defeated. I believe a lot of Nigerians are pain, but they're in their kitchen or their living room discussing these things in pain, scared to come out to talk because of the likes of Agbado's minions. The MC Oluomona will not come and his boy. Look at what they did now. It's the style of the military junta. That's what they did in the election. Look at the governorship election. Just look at what happened. So that's just the only way. We just need to like keep speaking and also try to inspire young people. Right now, everybody's looking at the guy from Burkina Faso. He's the champion right now in Africa. Every international news, his face is all over everywhere. Because everybody has seen someone that looks like them and their generation. We are tired of seeing all these old cargo. We're tired of seeing like Museveni and Kwato and all those old people. We're tired of all of them. They're all the same. There's nothing to be inspired. So it's affecting us. Nigeria right now, all the old people that have been coming, look at the age of from the late 60s, 70s, 80s, they are the major problem of what we are facing today. All these people, they are the major problem. We have carried their baggage for too long. And their children, somebody mentioned, Mr. Niger Watch, you said something about, their children, can't their children talk to them? Their children, let us start with Agbado now. Look at who is Sheyi Tinubu. Look at what he represents in Lagos. Who is the Aloja of Lagos? Please now, I heard allegedly she's now claiming the Aloja of Nigeria. Are they not children of these evil cousins of Satan? They're look okay, James Ibori's daughter now. Many of them are in the Federal House of Reps, having positions, making decisions. Before you know it, they'll be like Akpabio. It's a generational thing. The midget of Kaduna, he has his son in the police force. He has his son that comes on social media to argue and insult people. Is it not the child? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So their children are all in it. They are part of it. Let us not make it seem as if their children are innocent. No, their children are part of it. They bring their children along with it. They are breeding their children so their children are seeing how it's being done, the brutality. So they understand, they know, they revel in it because they are gaining from it. So let us not say their children are going to advise them as waiting when they are part of it. And I will hold on for now. Let another person talk. Thank you.
This is Rita.
Okay. Let everybody
Rita.
just speak when you're ready. Anyway, thank you very much, Mother Rita. Guys, if you're listening to us, press on the like and help us to share. If you can, God bless you. Black Panther, over back to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mother Rita. God bless you. You made a good elaboration. You see, sometimes when somebody wants to explain something, you always put something there so that to those who deem it necessary to calm down and know where this person is coming from and make his own explanation concerning it. I thank you and I respect you so much. You see, you made mention of PTSD. That thing is, I don't like that word. You made mention of it. You see, this stuff has been happening. It happened during the military regime, as you have said. You see, I grew up in a, let me say, military, home where everybody wants to serve in that area. Everybody has the mind, ambition, all those stuff. And later, when I got into the higher institution, that's when I begin to build myself. You see, and when I was building myself, people were scared. What are you doing? They came here for you came to university to learn, and now you are building yourself in another dimension. I said, I'm trying to learn. Not only my studies, but I'm trying to learn. You can imagine when a mathematics and statistics student is trying to learn from these political scientists, the social scientists, trying to learn from them, trying to gather knowledge. I come to realize that I have to learn this thing because this is what I need when I face the future. I need to know more about something that is going on in my country. The desire to do that grew up in me when I was in my second year in the university. And I went in. I started being a leader in a PRO, from PRO, social director, from social director representing the faculty as a senator. Like that, I went on. I came to realize that, because when we were going, I went for leadership training. When we went there, you know one thing that struck me? When it struck me like a bomb, boom, in my heart. One of the leaders who grew up in Nigeria but later went to America, and Abiola's daughter, the one that schooled in America, was there. Came back after the death of his mom, her mom. So she was there. She was part of the people that spoke on human empowerment. So this guy started speaking. This guy now said one thing. He said, "You people are thinking that when you graduate, there's a future in code for you out there." The guy told us blank, Nigeria is going to go dark and dark until among us, we can digest what we're saying to you now as the future of this generation. Then when you sink in the message, when it goes dark, your eye will open. The darker it is, the clearer this message we are giving to you will see. And that is exactly what we are seeing today. And I thank God I partake in so many rallies. And my fiancée then, I was telling her, look, you just graduate and let's get our this, but don't expect anything good out there. But we have to create, and that is why I'm building myself for this very hard, harsh environment. But Nigeria, many, I must say, the reason why we're having this backlog of fear, Nigerians look at university as a place where you just go study one particular thing without not even trying to learn to build yourself up for this generation. None of all of them just went there, and now all of us are in square one. Square one. Both the rich, both the one that got work in the oil company, everybody, they chop the breakfast now. So what is it? Who is losing? They don't know what is happening, but I know what is happening. You know what is happening. Every one of us know what is happening, because we didn't opt to know something out of the course we all read in school. We were focused, because it's no matter of the passion, but you want to build yourself to see what is happening. That is why it made me to read so many books, and I now decided that, and I went deep into this so-called democracy. It's so sweet. He said, my lecturer said, if everybody accept one thing, you know, you should be able to bring out a red flag on that matter, because no, everybody cannot just accept, because all of us have different ideas. But why is all of us just accepting that particular thing? Try to find out the defect in that thing, and that is how I'm trained. I found out myself with the help of one of my leaders. We all went. He's more ahead of us. Somebody that he can tell the history, and so he taught me everything. So that is how I built myself. And people now don't know what is happening because they refuse to build that. You can imagine a graduate. Don't even, you tell you that I beg, now so it be. Meanwhile, he's living in the dirty situation, but he's still trying to tell himself, oh, I want to survive. How will he survive when you don't know what is happening? That is how we fought and changed the system in our university. We remove a vice chancellor. That has never been done before. We remove him. We students, in activists in school, we removed the vice chancellor from Ogoni land. We remove him. He got a letter direct. We removed. Wrote a petition. We follow it in court. Finally, the federal government removed him. I don't want to mention the name here. That is how we learn that everything is possible. If we come together and fight that same cause, it is possible. That is why I am convinced beyond anything, no matter what happened, but I know that revolution will happen in Nigeria. Whether Osun like it or Ogbo like it or the witches like it or they don't like it or it will happen. You can't stop it. A man has spoken his word, and the word is bigger than any other thing on earth. Every word you speak, what Peter Obi spoke, it's not mere word. It's backed up with power, and that power is in the word. That is why everybody is energized now. So when those leaders, those military leaders were speaking word, those words they were speaking, that the same word energized the people. They know that these people are not here to take their own resources and sell it to the same people again, but they are ready to change the status quo and make people and make their country, livable for its own people. That's what's supposed to be the mindset of our leaders. But when the invaders came, they want to conquer. They have to put something inside of you. Create something that when you go into that system, because they know everybody, like you and I, we know the defect of every race. We all know. They know us very well. They know that if you put this water inside this place, these people, they will mess it up. Let us give it to them. That is what I'm saying. And that is where I learned it from. That is why we have to, like when we were saying about constitutional conference, we have done it before. And I know if they bring that thing out, the North will not refuse it. Because the leader of the North, the Sultan, was in that committee and he signed it. They will not refuse. That was we can start from there without we can start reviewing the constitution from there. That's a good platform for Nigeria to start from. And that is why the people that are refusing it, it is the political class that have sold their birthright for peanut to the invaders. That is what is happening. And they have so much used tribe and religion. When we were saying something here, we're talking about, they are going to Islamatize. I told you it will not go work. For this Nigeria where I see so, if you just put down for the table, the country will just break like that automatically. Nigeria is very delicate, multi-ethnic group that if we harness the resources within the ethnic group, we are going to be very, very wonderful. But nobody wants to do that, but we want to do it. And we pray to God that this message will get to everywhere, every corner, and Nigerians will wake up as the Africans have woken up. Thank you.
Hello.
Nigeria got better.
Any person there also?
Nigeria
we full ground now. We full ground.
Okay. Yeah, as the talk finish, I will wait. May Nigeria was respond. I still no response.
No, but
Well,
I say make una just take them like that.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So I feel jumping now. So for me, I just believe that the simple truth is that we Nigerians, we are not bad people. It's very obvious the way we do things, and we are survivors. Nigerians, we like peace. I think that's one thing our leaders are capitalizing on. And somebody mentioned that if Nigeria was to be an Arab nation, and when the person said that, I was just laughing. And that's true. That's true. These things that is happening in our country, 1/10 of them will not even happen in a typical Arab nation. And you see what the youth will do. And I think another thing is this travel abroad syndrome has really helped to douse the tension, especially in states in the southern part of the country. They have a lot of people overseas sending them money. So because of these people overseas, they are just cushioning the effect of the poverty. And apart from that, even these people overseas, imagine if everybody were all to be at home inside that country, or let's say 1/10 or 1/5 of us, we are all at home. Could have imagined the pressure it would have created. So I think it is high time the leaders, the policy makers, the policy implementers in that country, they have to wake up. They really have to wake up. Because if they don't, a time is coming. And I sincerely hope that time will come. But the way the country is structured, I don't know. I have my doubts that we can actually effect a revolution from the grassroots. I think the way Nigeria is structured, the best way to effect a revolution will be from the up. Because from the up, you have your power is almost limitless. You can do and undo. And it will take a courageous leader, a leader that's courageous enough to put the nation ahead to actually bring about this revolution. You can see Madam Rita was talking about Jonathan, his 2040 confab. You see, Jonathan did that, but the courage to sign it into law, they threatened him. And at that point, he couldn't he just took a bow out. Or probably some people can also argue that, okay, he was waiting to get the election in 2015 first. Because maybe a lot of people advise him that, look, if you sign this thing, the North will not vote for you. But you see, it still boils down to something. Is either he was putting himself first, or he wasn't courageous enough to do it as a leader. So you can just imagine if that 2014 Constitutional Conference, that confab was signed into law. All this rubbish that Mahmoud and his 40 bands of thieves are doing, they would not have the power to try any of those things. And state
Exactly.
relation,
Exactly.
derivation, yeah, everything was captured in that constitution. Imagine everybody agreed. Yes, like you said, the empire of all of them, all the big names in the no, even these Tunde Bakai, they were all there. They were all paid. They were Femi Falan. That's why I'm so these people that are making noise, activists. Why did they accept the money? Why didn't they refuse their allowances and just say they were doing it for the nation? It was that point, it was that mistake that Jonathan made. Because at the end of the day, he still lost the power. So not until leaders are willing to sacrifice, they said if you don't have something you are willing to die for, then you are not fit to live or you are not living at all. So that's just what leaders need to do because nobody is going to rescue this country. Nobody. It is we that will rescue our country. If you look at it, the grassroots revolution, I've never seen any revolution that the whole Nigeria, everybody came together. Not one. Not one. Even when Justice Onogen was removed. Can you imagine the NBA members in the South? Majority of them, they even started, they went on strike. Those in the North, they opted out. Can you just imagine? Those in the North, they opted out because it was Buhari that did it. They were doing that in support of their man from the North, irrespective of the fact that it was an attack on their own constituents and their own constituency. It was a direct assault, but they still satanically, tribalistically supported the man, all in the name of he's from their part of the country. So if learned colleagues can do that, so what will I expect from the people on the street? The same thing goes to the people in the West, in the South. I mean, people in the South, Southwest, Southeast, South. Our own is just money. Just have a way of betraying ourselves, and that's it. And that's it. Even though our people are enlightened, the enlightened ones amongst us, they just want to find how to dip their hand in the cookie jar. And once they achieve that, they don't care whose husband is God. They don't care any longer. So those are the things that have been holding this nation down. And that revolution, I see it is not going to be a people's revolution. It's going to be a leadership revolution. One man, can't remember who said earlier on that people like Peter Obi, they come once in a century and they come to effect change. real change, radical. I'm very sure he can do it. I keep referring to his speech in Chatham House. The first lines, he mentioned everything, calm and calculated. He mentioned everything fearlessly, even at the risk that it will affect his election. But he mentioned, he touched everything, all the gray areas that typical politicians wouldn't want to touch with a 10-foot stick. Like Atiku, when he talked about the boy, I quickly apologized again. But Peter Obi touched
So
all of
sorry,
them.
let me interject and say this fundamental thing. Peter Obi is not a quiet man. Oh.
That's what I've been
People
saying, but
don't know.
people
People
don't
don't
know.
know. He's not a quiet man. Oh.
People don't know.
Can
People
I
don't
quickly
know.
say something? I need to hop off actually right
Please,
now. Sorry,
please,
guys.
please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Chris. Thank you. I just want to say, the issues we have in Nigeria is like deep rooted. It's been going on for years. I mean, if you remember back as you were coming up in Nigeria, I'm sure a lot of you would remember this attitude of I better pass my neighbor has always been there. This attitude of I don't want somebody else's to be better than mine. In the case of some domestic staff experience, the you have children, you don't want the domestic staff to excel more than your children. That suppression thing, it's been there for a while. I've observed it growing up, so I know. So it's something that has crept into every corner that we see in Nigeria. And that's why we have leaders that we have. It's the same attitude that they've carried over there. That's why they are deaf, dumb, and blind to the sufferings of the people. They don't care. As long as they are good, their children is good, everybody else can go and jump over Third Mainland Bridge. They don't care. It's alarming that with all the people that are being pied every day in Nigeria, there's no, it's almost like, no, another day. 30 people, okay, well, big deal. 36 people, oh, well, no matter. Just like that. No concern, nobody cares. As long as it's not affecting you or affecting the person directly, they don't care. All this one we're talking about, oh, people coming together, the only time that would even happen, and I know you guys agree with this, is if Peter Obi can come in, and I'm sure he'll be able to. I shouldn't even say can, he will come in, right? If he comes in, that's when we'll probably start to make some sense of it. Because let me tell you, you see the punishments, the types of things and structures that we have to have in place. Hmm. Family members will be caught in this. So direct family members will be caught. Your friends will be caught in it. A lot of people will not be free. It will be shocking, but it's the fact because it's eating so deep. All these structures, I was listening to, is it Dr. Ken, right? Dr. Ken was saying everybody go touch everybody one way or the other. Because there are certain things, there are certain habits, there are certain traits that as Nigerians, people have been doing it for so long. It's almost normal to them. Unless you step outside of yourself and see the decadence, you can't really tell. It's like sitting in shit for too long. That's exactly what's going on. The stink, you now become familiar with the stench of it. That's exactly what is going on. And when Mr. Elvis said Peter Obi has a lot that he's coming to do, Omo, it's not even, the truth is that he's only going to do what he can do. At the end of the day, it has to trickle down. Everybody has to be involved one way or the other. Everybody has to be able to tell their brother and their sister, you are wrong. No sugarcoating no more. You have to be able to tell your elder respectfully, sir. Retire. You don't reach. So that you don't go and embarrass the family name. The cane is going to be harsh on a lot of people. So in as much as we're talking about trying to put Nigeria, bring Nigeria together as a people, I worry about the North. That's one side I worry about because I see them being active right now, but I mean, my question is, where were they? When all their people were being deleted every day, where did they? Did they sleep? That's a question I have. It's a question. Oh, where did they? Why be say their religion not play that time? It not come into play. Their feeling for their neighbor not come into play. Why be say now it they come into play? A lot of bulala go land for people, and it go land close to home. Everybody need to go check himself. If you know, say you get some areas where you not pure, and I'm just generalizing now. I'm not saying that people haven't done, they have not looked inwards or haven't been retrospective enough, but there's more, there's call for that, because the bulala has to start with you. What are those things that I do that I shouldn't be doing? The change has to start from the man in the mirror, because Nigeria decadence not be here. Not be here. If Peter Obi comes in and I want him to be hard and high handed, almost like a military person, but without the military thing. That's what Nigeria is going to need. And I remember one of his speeches when he said that, do you want me to make you happy or do you want me to do the work? Something to that effect. And I'm summarizing. I'm not going to make you happy. If you want to be happy, go to a comedy show. I'm not going to be making you. That's not my job. I read a lot into that statement that he made. And I see that happening. That's the only way we're going to move forward. You see all these people, when they don't chop for back, chop for front, chop for side, chop all over. They need to tie them. They will just, I don't want to use all my talk because of Mr. Elvis' platform. You understand what I mean? They'll tie them, join that mango tree or cocoa, palm kernel tree, do the needful. All of them, no exception. Or just pack them, put inside room. Some people, papa go dey inside. When they do that one, some people, brothers go dey inside. Some people, children go dey inside. This is where the problem is going to start. Are you going to watch Omo? The change has to take place, though. The cleaning, according to Mr. Alex, needs to take. There's no way around. There's no shortcut. There's no way around it. That's all I'm going to say for now. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis, in case you're still up. And thanks to every other panelist. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. It's been real. Hasta la vista.
I've said it all. Yeah, I think we are all on the same page. We're all on the same page about this Nigeria problem. So now the game be that not until something drastic. I don't know what that drastic is going to be. If we expect that things will just on its own change, I don't ever think that's going to happen. Mr. Black Panther, Nasumi Seamu, everybody that's still on the panel, Dr. Ken, Madam Patricia, Madam Rita, Ghana Ninja Watch, and we say I see with that something drastic must take place before like something like earthquake.
I believe you.
Yeah, before we can ever move forward. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know that if it is revolution or whatever it is.
All of us know what to go happen, but we fear to mention them.
Yeah, no, they
But we can't say it on social media now. So most of us know already.
Now I know. That's why I say we fear now. We fear social media now to mention them. Not because we fear people. Now social media we fear.
No, we're trying to protect this channel because there's rules on YouTube. We don't own YouTube, right?
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Everybody for that country knows say something new. It don't due to happen. Everybody, even international community don't know things. But later they see will be like say not happen again. Be like say like broken record. We go can't repeat. Now the people they inside there, they don't know say the country don't dey pregnant 9 months. It won't. They know say something won't deliver. Even Tinubu, he knows say something want to happen. You know, say for some of the Bible, for Revelation, he say person way they do bad, make it continue to do bad. The one they do good, continue to do good. Why? He said because pregnancy won't born now. Something won't come outside now. He say my reward, I come quickly. So this kind of word that just resemble Niger case, Niger situation. Every corner where you don't think say you go here say people they call people like East people, Inyamri, go ever say that they celebrate Peter Obi birthday. Don't forget about the election. They don't pass.
Excuse me, sir. Please don't use that. Excuse me, sir. Using that word is a racial slur. In Yamiri, you shouldn't be using that. It's a respected Igbo tribe. The way you use that word is not nice, sir.
No, listen. I know they refer to them, say this is direct speech. This is not direct. This is referral. So if somebody makes some comment before and you want to bring that point, you have to quote the person. It doesn't mean it's your direct speech. So
Okay,
I say,
right. I didn't hear you quote.
like that.
Okay. All right.
That's why. So Hausa people, the way they refer to people of that group like that, which means they don't have nothing to do with them. They will never, come together with them. So they promote them. No. For the first time for the history of that country, they celebrate. No, but this is this now election don't finish. Post-election, right? They can't celebrate a person's birthday. You know what that mean? It means that the person don't sink inside their mind. They don't accept, they don't believe, they don't see the light, they don't realize, they don't know say now the thing they look. I so much believe say if they do election 10 times, put article journal with make them form their AP PDP, how they can call it, make them put them together versus only LP, they go surprise. See, something don't due to happen for Nigeria. If there was anything like say Nigeria want better, it want better now. If there was anything say Nigeria wants scatter, it wants scatter now. Now that two things, now day for the domot, they will just wait for the bell to raise the bam, they will just come outside show face. So just what the thing is saying, we just the best, one of the biggest dates we will save for our calendar. Now the date where the tribunal go say, well, yeah, make una gather, I won't talk now. That date, nobody will forget them for their life because the two I talk so now between those two things now what happen. Either this guy come out or they announce this person or something will happen big and everything will just they roll towards a new Nigeria. I know they play with Peter Obi words. Peter Obi need to talk plenty words. Need to talk plenty. It may look like somebody feels maybe that guy not be a quiet person. No, what here I notice on my own when I don't did this, what I don't take from inside your own message from your posture or everything. You need to talk plenty, but now person will be saying need to play with words. He they choose a word when he want talk. That is why a word remain constant. Now, he need to change them because he choose them the day he open his mouth to voice a mouth. When he say go and verify, these are his choice words. And they tally with it. Look, something he said change when don't reach to happen. If you don't reach the time, you not go feel stand down to make it not happen. Instead, now you not go happen, but it go happen when you're not there again. Now I did when Abacha they do those things in those days. One newspaper come right say, look, the newspaper they say you want destroy, you want kill, you want destroy. Now you go still announce your pay date. When you don't buy, now you go to that thing newspaper you want kill. Now they go announce you. We say you don't buy, you know go fit buy them. And now what happen? There are some things too strong, and you know go fit fight them. You go only delay them from happening, but it go still happen. New Nigeria.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry, I just want to. Sorry for cutting you short, but I just want to say I'm about to leave now. I just want to say have a good night, and because I just didn't want to come out just like that without saying good night.
No
So I just
problem.
want to say thank you, Mr. Nigeria Watch, and thank everyone. Tomorrow is another day. I'll surely be here tomorrow. Thank you. Good night.
Good night. Good night. So this
This with me. Oh, sorry, may I follow Madam Rita footstep?
No, the thing is, this country, something want to happen, and that thing is say the country want to turn to better country. So anyhow, and Tinubu not be the chosen person at all. You go see a very clear. They chose even from outside of Nigeria. The chosen person, everybody just clear. Not mind those people say you not get our interest. We say that they come use it, they say go fight a war for inside the Niger, all those kind of things because of they no say this guy no go fit sit with them as in one kind of forum where they know what it will be. This thing go happen. Anything, how the thing go happen, it go happen. I'm telling you, I just decided to watch. You go just see major event. Everybody just they wait. Even the judiciary say they no say now that they are date. Now I make the good and the bad and the ugly relax. Yes, they don't want to. They say, make we wait. When they hear that slogan, all eyes on judiciary, they no say it means say they wait for us. Based on the way people talk, I go feel affected go happen afterward. They know that one. So you go see how they go come and contact their thing. I'm telling you the truth. That country is about to change, my brother. Something will happen.
Well,
Negative, something will happen.
well, wait till I see them, you see, the whole food don't they cook. It's about to done so that everybody will chop inside. What I know is that now what the food where would they cook so where we they cook. Now better food they cook. Oh. But the one where then they cook, now the one is born. So those people where they are line, they go shop that one where it born. Because I know, look, like what you were saying, I am waiting to call 1000% convinced. Say the time don't right. It don't right. And if judiciary go this or that way like this, oh, then let them look. Yeah, I'm even looking at it. Sometimes when I look at it, the thing. I mean, I know they scared though. Any which way they come, any which way they come. See, it go happen. It must happen. One good thing go happen, and it must happen, and that will be them go call and come. Say, bros, come teach us where would they go? Because all these people will know say as they so they be blind people. They don't want they be blind because the money don't make them blind and people don't give them too many food. You can't teach us how we go. Then he go sit down there. When he go sit down there, in own way where they go do he go there unconventional. That is, they don't go do any ceremony because we don't pass ceremony. Now you are not get on ceremony again. Now, Baba, come, enter. Most swear you for if now for breakfast table. About no. Raise up your hand. We swear you in. Straight ahead, nothing like say make out you become the wear Ashwebi. Ashwebi don't the time of Ashwebi don't buy, it don't think now, For breakfast table, swear I'm in. For front of judiciary, swear I'm in. So what you know is that let him just give us the necessary structures where it go dey very strong and thick. When we say if you do anything, you don't need to call police IG. You want to go arrest them. No, the law will just take effect like this. Just go take the person. That is the beauty of it. That beauty of the structure. Let it function on its own. This matter of saying you want to go arrest one big man, oh, we need to go and take an order from Asurok, go work again because all these things, all these structures like the EFCC, all these things, like me and my wife were discussing, EFC police, put it under the judiciary. As they order, like, bam, you don't go, follow them. Put it under the judiciary, let it be there. Because corruption, not supposed to be for under the presidency now. EFCC not supposed to be under presidency because now that is they under you because now your government, they corrupt. Now the structure, they corrupt. So the person they monitor the structure must not be under you because if they under you, himself go they corrupt. So these are the kind of things we want make it there happen so that if people know they follow rules and regulations, if you just put your leg for the other side, red flag, they arrest you. You face the law. Simple. That is the kind of place I want to see. We will trade among our African brothers. Money go on where money go plenty. Even if they sell oil to other people, but we go do that pipeline. We also channel all around Africa, not be from Africa to Europe. No, if they want buy oil, let them come buy with their ship. We know they put any pipe go their place, but the pipe will go around Africa, go there around Africa like we do within ourselves. That is what it's supposed to be, because we got it. Set a standard. Anybody want to come and open its industry, you must follow the standard. We are not talking about international standard. Our standard. Like the Chinese will say, their own, now their own. All their universities for China is made to bring something where we say they go create, they go use them as their own. That is why you see when they produce phone, China go produce their own phone. When they produce their own software, when Europe produce their own software, China go produce their own software because they want make their own be their own. So that you know go feel say you want hack their own because they go block you any corner, you know go feel hack their own. So that's what it be. That is kind of place I want to see. That is so that we encourage our university to not only just go there, go study, but go there. It's supposed to be a research home, research everywhere. Every student is supposed to face research. Bring on research. If you want to do robotic, create robotic. If you want to do drone, and it must be in the law that anything when they do, companies supposed to sponsor them and create that thing and make it available for them. That is just it. But what do? They will do something, they'll say, leave them, no if you do. Many people Nigeria does the waste technology. Come see what thing they do here. If Nigeria man not there inside, you go be like say they don't chop something. He must be inside. You want to talk about medicine, we there inside. You want to talk about robotic, Nigeria there inside. You want to talk about building drone, Nigeria there inside. So where we know there? We can as well look at the Chinese now. If you can't study for a year as a Chinese person, the government will make sure say they participate by funding you. When you don't finish that, they go say, come home. We go give you money where we say go pay past the one they want pay you. So that you can create and be the master. Let them write your name for the thing. Simple as ABC. That we encourage other youth, other generation that they need to be creative because your country will love and accept it and make it their own. You become having pride in your own country because your country, they love their own. So we begin to speak that thing our own. That is why they say this thing where they go on, they no fit stop them. As they come on like now they come, you no fit stop them. They no fit stop them. The thing don't hang. It be like boom where don't hang there for truth. Obi don't hang there for truth. Now Obi they even make what thing they call them article. They run katakiti, they go find record. Now Obi na send and no be Obi, but now they run because they don't see say. If you want to fight somebody, you must get fact. Let me say you don't go create fact from somewhere. You must go after the fact and bring her. Now the fact, now you go lock up that man. Not be when you go say he get money, let us sponsor let us say he get gun. Where the gun? Now say CJN governor get gun. I laugh. They say okay, we no get gun again. He they sponsor terrorism. that one have the highest laugh where I go laugh. That man go this one. What you concern with terrorism? Economists, what you concern with terrorism? So all those things where they gather around, look, something that is built on that lie, they last. It cannot last. That is why we as people they talk, say, this thing where they give us, it don't tell what we don't talk and from school, this constitution, it no go last. At the set time, this thing go crop, it go scatter. And at the road we did so. If it don't scatter now, everybody don't see the inch of the constitution, it don't scatter. But some people where they gullible, where they no know, where they no be thinker, as our principal say, he said we need critical thinkers, not people that come and analyze. You need critical thinkers from logic, from simple, from every corner, but you must be a critical thinker. You must not go by the trajectory. Try to change that law. Try to challenge that law, that law can be made more better and stronger. That is what critical thinker does. Not to follow the normal thing. When they say, he go work now because people know they go work. You know if you think somebody get the best one to lock up everywhere. If you lock up everywhere, if you put a blind man there, he go stand straight. If you lock up everywhere, if you put even person where he goes secondary school, if you put her there, he go follow the law. You no get choice. We want to make him say, if you did there, you no get choice but to follow the law because the structure is strong in the ground. Police go come arrest you at any time if you disobey the law and lock you and take you to court and go lock you up if you are guilty. Not be say I go say I go arrest you. How can a civilian be telling a fellow civilian say he go arrest you? Arrest me for waiting because me and you get quarrel. That is the rubbish system we are in. That is the rubbish system. That is why they always say, waiting go make you go London. You be lawbreaker, but you can't enter London. You can't stay. You obey traffic law. Now the law they put for ground. You got to make the law Strong, your own way is strong. When we say if foreigner come to, if they say, this place strong, go, then go just they obey. Simple as ABC. Sit down, create your own style, and make your own style acceptable to the world too. Make them say, use your own style. What if bad make you create our own style? More sell them to the world, more give another name. Must we follow their name? And then be God. God said, I create everybody equal. Even American law say all men are equal before God. So why they say we follow one thing where somebody create, where would they believe say nine go work for us? We now we can't be follow. Me, I don't tire to the follow. I want to do my African where we say I go sit down, I go take pami, I go to drink am from my bowl, I go write an African pami. If you like am, you take. If you don't like am, you no take. So I rest my case, everybody. Make you have a good night today. Make you sleep well. May God give us his protection, and so that we'll wake up tomorrow and we'll continue the fight. This one is, we are made for this generation to do this particular thing. If we cannot do it, nobody can do it. It has been ordained that we'll do it. So we are ordained to do it. Mr. Najawa, God will bless you. God will continue to bless you and open more doors for you. Thank you. Good night to everybody.